The end of winter is nearly here, and today I'm reflecting on my favourite sewing and knitting patterns that I have loved to wear this winter. My name is Sarah and I live in Melbourne, Australia with my two boys aged 8 and 10. I work as a music teacher and in my spare time I love to sew and knit. So as I mentioned, September marks the start of spring for us, and I've been looking back at what I've been wearing all winter, and I thought I might talk to you about some of my favourite patterns. This video was definitely inspired by Sarah from Naughty Gnome Crafts, who a couple of years ago put together a hashtag called Me Made Essentials, or 5 Me Made Essentials, and she encouraged people to consider their 5 Me Made Essentials from a number of categories. Now, I'm not sticking to particular categories for my video, but I am going to be talking about 5 different sewing patterns that I love wearing, and also throwing in one bonus knitting one as well. 4 of the 5 sewing patterns I've made at least 2 versions because I really do love these patterns and I have really found I get a whole lot of wear out of them. Whereas the other one I have just made one of, but it does get a lot of wear, including today. So I'll talk about that one later. I am definitely someone in the winter who prefers to wear dresses. And the main reason for that, I know, is for comfort. I do not like to have a fixed waistband when I can avoid it. And the 2 dresses I'm including today both include absolutely no shaping around the waist, which is just how I like them. So the first pattern I'm going to talk about today is the Ora Pinafore, which is a pattern by Melody from Soften Studio. The Ora Pinafore is a V-neck at the front and the back, and it's quite a fitted bodice, and then it has a long A-line skirt. And when I say long, it's really long. So for my particular version, I have cut off 6 inches from the length to get it to be almost ankle length for me. I'm about 160 centimeters tall. So yeah, you can imagine how long it would have been on me if I had not reduced the length. Now, the first one I made of these, I made in a really beautiful, heavyweight, dark blue corduroy, and I absolutely love it. So it's quite heavy to wear. And I was a little bit worried that it would be too heavy when I first made it, but honestly, it makes it perfect for the winter weather, perfect for a cold day. It is so comfortable. I feel really wrapped up and enveloped in this dress when I wear it. And I would 100% recommend this pattern if you like wearing pinafores and you want something nice and cozy and relaxed to wear. I wear this one to work all the time. It's got really lovely deep pockets. It's got a very deep hem facing, and there's also a facing around the neckline too. I think I get even more wear out of this dress than I expected to, which is probably the reason why I ended up making another one. I find this heavyweight corduroy to be quite structured, and I really like the look of that it gives, but it's also got a little bit of movement in it too with this big A-line skirt. The second version I made of this, I used a lighter weight fabric. It's a black and white twill, and from a distance it comes across as grey. So this version has a lot more drape. I tend to wear it on days that aren't as cold, but I still want that coverage. And it also goes with different things. So I find I wear this more when I'm looking to wear, for example, a black top underneath, or I'm wanting to match it with other colours that I don't think go quite so well with the navy blue. So I'll put some pictures in of the sorts of ways I love to wear my Ora Pinafore. Most of the time I do wear this dress with tights and boots, but I do sometimes wear my lighter weight version with footless tights and flat shoes. So one of my favourite ways to wear the Ora Pinafore is with a nice high-necked skivvy. I like to wear the Freya top by Tilly and the Buttons, and this is another pattern I'll talk about later. I really love the way this one looks. I also really like the look of the Ora Pinafore paired with an Anthea blouse by Anna Allen. And on warmer weather days, I have also worn the lighter weight version with just a t-shirt. And I have also tried the Ora Pinafore with one of my patina blouses. And because the patina has such a low neck, and so does the Ora Pinafore, I think these work together quite nicely as well. I really love this pattern and I love wearing pinafores, so it has crossed my mind to try making a shortened version of this, like around a knee length version of this. And I still might keep that in mind for next year because I do think I would get a lot of wear out of it, especially if I made it in another dark coloured corduroy, perhaps a black. I think I would really enjoy wearing that. So I've already mentioned the Freya top, and this is definitely another one of my must makes and must wears in the winter. This is a pattern by Tilly and the Buttons, and it's found in her stretch book, which looks like this. So this book has a whole lot of different patterns. When you buy it, you not only get the paper version of the patterns, which are all layered on top of each other, you also get a code so that you can download PDF versions of the patterns. So I've made several Freya tops and I love them. This one's quite a fitted top and it's got a mock neckline. And in the book, it also has instructions to do a couple of variations, including turning it into a dress and adding a ruffle around the neckline. I haven't done any of those. I've just stuck with the plain old, simple, basic version. And I've made about 3 of these and I'm planning to make another one. So this one mainly gets worn with my Ora Pinafores. I really love that combination of the high neck on the Freya and then the low neck on the Ora Pinafore. I mean, on a cold day, it's just the perfect combination, nice and cozy, all covered up. And I think for me as well, having a really high neckline can sort of make my bust look bigger if I was just to wear this top by itself. So layering it up with that low V-neck as well kind of counterbalances that idea. And I think it's just a really good combination. So I would definitely recommend making some kind of high neck stretch top for the winter. And this one was a really easy one to make. I love Tilly and the Buttons instructions, really simple to follow. And yeah, I wear mine all the time. So as I mentioned, my Freya tops get most wear when I'm wearing them with Ora Pinafores, as you can see in some of these pictures. But I have also just teamed it casually with some black jeans and a cardigan, which I think look quite good as well. This was a much more casual look and not a work look. Most of my outfits today that I'm talking about are outfits that I wear to school on a regular basis and are very comfortable and practical in my work as a music teacher. You might have noticed in some of these pictures a particular cardigan that keeps coming up again and again, and that is the Marlo Sweater by True Bias, and this is another one of my absolute must makes. I wear this constantly. I think it's a combination of things. I love the design of it. I have made 2 versions of this, but it's my long one that definitely gets most wear. I wear it several times a week, and I've made mine in a lovely green brushed cotton that I got from My Design. The inside is a beautiful soft texture and so lovely against the skin. I just want to wear it all the time. Luckily for me, I think that this cardigan looks quite professional when I have teamed it with other items in my work wardrobe. And so it does get a lot of wear at work, which makes for a really, really comfortable outfit. So as I mentioned, I have made 2 and there are 2 different lengths for the Marlo sweater. There's also a cropped version. And I have made that in a more stable knit French terry in a black. And that does get wear as well. It's not quite as comfortable. It doesn't have that really soft inside. And it just doesn't have that cozy drape that my green one does. But still a very practical item in my wardrobe. So my Marlo sweater really, it gets worn with so many outfits. Obviously, it gets worn with both of my Ora Pinafores all the time. It also gets layered with my other pinafore that I wear a lot, which is the York Pinafore. I have 3 or 4 of those, 3 of them that do get a lot of wear in the winter. Of course, I also wear it casually with jeans, and then it just gets thrown on as a warm layer at home, and I just want to be comfortable as well. So this one, I would highly recommend. Choose a block color that you think you would get a lot of wear out of, that will go with a lot of things in your wardrobe, and I'm sure you'll get a lot of wear out of it too. The 4th item is the one item I haven't made several of, and it's what I'm wearing today underneath this jumper, and it is the Orchard dress by Helen's Closet. This is a free pattern and it can be made as a top in 2 different lengths, a cropped one and a longer one, or a dress, a short dress or a midi length dress. I have made the midi length dress and I've made it in just a black linen that I got from Spotlight, and I get so much wear out of this one. I really enjoyed the construction of this. I love the instructions in all of Helen's Closet patterns, but this one, as well as the instructions, I just found it a really enjoyable make. There aren't a whole lot of different pattern pieces. The front and the back are the same. You've got pockets, nice and deep pockets in the dress versions. And then you've got bias tape that goes all the way around the neck and the armholes and becomes the straps as well. It was really easy to make and I have got so much wear out of it as a layering piece. Most of the pictures that you'll see on Helen's website showing this dress, it's worn as a summer dress. But for me, this is a really perfect layering piece. The most common way for me to wear this is layering under my hand knit tops. For example, the one I'm wearing today. So this is the So Faded sweater by Andrea Mowry. And this one's quite a fitted jumper and a little bit cropped. And I wasn't getting all that much wear out of it. And once I made this dress, I get so much wear out of this one now. It just works really, really nicely. I've got a bamboo top, a ready to wear top underneath, just close to the skin to give me some more warmth. So I wear that, I put the orchard dress on over the top, and then I layer up with a hand knit. So as well as this So Faded sweater, I have found that this orchard dress works really nicely under a lot of my hand knit jumpers, which you'll see in the pictures I'm putting in at the moment. I have worn it with my Nordic Bloom cardigan that I made recently. I have worn it underneath my Ghost Whisperer top by Parker Knit. I think they go really nicely together. I've worn it with a Novice sweater, a mohair edition by Petite Knit. And on warmer days, I've also worn it with my Heather blazer by Friday Pattern Company. So I think this was another surprise pattern. I hoped it would be a really useful item in my wardrobe, and it absolutely has been. I think making it in the black linen was the right move. It goes with everything. And yeah, as I said, I wear it all the time. Even though I've only made one of these, I would definitely consider making another one, perhaps in a slightly heavier fabric, just because I find that I'm usually wearing this in the winter. And so having that extra bit of warmth in the fabric could be a really good thing. So everything I've talked about so far have been items that I wear to work during the week, quite professional looking, but I could not make a video about my most worn and favorite patterns for winter without talking about an item that I wear almost every single day, and that is my Chanterelle Pants by So Liberated. Now, this pattern you would probably think is more of a summer pattern. Most of the images on the website are made with a linen or something, they're styled in a way that looks quite summery. The pattern has 3 different views: a barrel leg view, a wide leg view, and shorts. I have made the barrel leg and I've also made the shorts. But on their website, they also have a blog that describes how to adapt the pattern to create your own tracksuit pants. And I think it's brilliant. I absolutely love my Chanterelle tracksuit pants. And as I said, I wear them almost every day. When I get home from work, if I want to get changed, I will put these on. I will often put them on in the morning before I get dressed. I wear them every weekend. They are just my go-to pants. I really love the fit of these pants. They are not tight tracksuit pants. They are quite relaxed, but they don't look oversized and baggy. They're just the perfect fit, in my opinion. They have pockets at the sides and pockets at the back as well. They do have a slight barrel leg that comes into a cuff at the bottom. The blog post explains how you do things slightly differently when you're using a knit fabric because the seam finishes are a little bit different. Or actually, for mine, I just didn't finish them at all. I just used a black French terry that I got once again from My Design. I cannot speak highly enough of this pattern. I also love my linen versions. I love them. I've got shorts and I've got 2 pairs of the pants. Love them. But I think since making these tracksuit pants, a bit over a year ago, I would have worn them at least 250 times. So absolutely one of my most worn, or no, it would be my absolutely number 1 most worn item in my wardrobe for sure. And I had to mention it in this video. I don't have a whole lot of photos showing different ways I style these tracksuit pants because basically I just wear them the same way every time. Usually just with a jumper, a casual jumper, sometimes with my Marlo cardigan, sometimes just with whatever top I've just been wearing to work, sometimes with my pajama top. So there's no glamorous photos showing the different ways I wear these, but just trust me when I say I wear them all the time. They're super comfortable and I really should make some more. So they are the 5 sewing patterns that I definitely get the most wear out of in the winter. But I also wanted to include 1 knitting pattern because I do love to knit as well. And the pattern I've decided to choose for this is a very basic cardigan. It is the very first cardigan I ever made, and it is the Novice Cardigan Chunky Edition by Petite Knit. This one is listed on the Petite Knit website as a beginner pattern, and that is why I chose it as my first cardigan to make. And it is knit with chunky yarn, so 12 ply. You hold an Aran weight and a lace weight together, and then you knit it on quite big needles as well. So it does come together quite fast. I've made two versions, as I said. I've made a brown one, that was the first one I ever made, and I've made a dark teal colored one. Because I love to wear dresses and pinafores especially so much, I find that these layer really nicely with a pinafore, and that is definitely how I usually wear mine. I did mention before that as well as the Ora Pinafore, I do have some York pinafores I love to wear, and this cardigan is definitely one that I get out most of the time when I'm wearing my Ora Pinafore. Basically, if it's a cold day, I'm going for a chunky cardigan, and if it's a warmer day and I'm wearing a pinafore, I'll go for a Marlo. So I'm really pleased that I decided to pick up knitting as a skill again after learning it as a child. I took it up again about 4 years ago and haven't looked back. Absolutely love it, and love having my hand knit cardigans in my wardrobe. I think I made really good decisions with the colors of those as well, choosing colors that were very neutral and would go really nicely with a lot of items in my wardrobe. Because I'm often layering up cardigans, I'm sometimes wearing them with tops that have a lot of different colors in them. So it's great to have a couple of plain colored, nice, chunky cardigans to choose from. So they are my absolute favorite must-have patterns in my wardrobe. I'd love to know if you have any of your own that you have found yourself wearing all throughout the winter, or that you're looking forward to wearing or making as you approach your own winter if you're in a different hemisphere to me. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye bye.